What is up, YouTube gang? It's your boy FridayRandommedia, and I'm back on this Friday with another video, and today I'm happy to announce we are continuing the What If series, specifically part 2 of the episode, What If the 2000's Avengers Happened. Now, if you haven't seen part 1 yet, check out the link in the description below, hit the like and subscribe button, let's dive in. So for this episode, I'm going to follow the order of the original. So first I'm going to let you guys know the main players, and then we're going to get into the story. Number 1, we have the big three. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, and Eric Bana's Hulk. We've seen the MCU's big three, Stark, Captain America, and Thor, but in this story we can have the OG big three, and I'll explain later why they all roll together. Number 2, Storm. To represent the X-Men along with Wolverine, Storm has always been an important member, and that refers to her knowledge, her leadership, her friendship, and her crazy, overpowered abilities. Number 3, the Fantastic Four, as it wouldn't be right not to see the team return since part 1 of this What If storyline. This time, the team will have some of its own issues to deal with. Number 4, Ben Affleck's Daredevil will return, as well as bringing along new street anti-heroes Elektra and Punisher, Tom Jane Punisher to be exact, and these two additions to the team may provide a nice setup to a Civil War type storyline down the line. But before we get ahead of ourselves, on to number 5, the Silver Surfer. With the previous episode wrapping up Galactus with no Surfer in it, it may have been weird, but this episode will actually give insight into why the Surfer was missing during the attack of Galactus. Last but definitely not least, number 6, we have Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark entering the frame, as his movie technically is a 2000's movie. One comment in particular on the part 1 video had a lot of likes. The people wanted to see Tony Stark, so here he comes. And now before we get into the story, let's talk about the main antagonist, Dr. Doom. In this What If episode, Doom's past and his origins isn't much like the comics, but it's also not really explained quite yet, so give me some time. Now before I ramble too long, let's get into the story. What if the 2000's Avengers happened? Part 2. After the planetary threat of Galactus was foiled, there's still massive casualties and plenty of destruction on the planet. This causes governments and companies and militaries worldwide to panic, all racing to find a way for the average human to compete with a superhuman. The general public is afraid for their very existence, thus bringing rise to billionaire tech geniuses Tony Stark and Victor Von Doom. Now on to our heroes, the Avengers, who find themselves in a disagreement. While Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic himself, wants to approach Stark to bridge the gap between supers and general population, almost all of the other heroes disagree, as they mention the anti-super rhetoric that both Stark and Doom are presenting. However, against the group majority, Reed would go on and approach Tony Stark, so the team splits, now being led by Spider-Man, Wolverine, and the Hulk, the big three. Victor Von Doom sees his lifelong rival Reed Richards interacting with Tony Stark, and Doom grows furious. Doom instantly pushes his anti-super agenda, exposes Tony Stark for being a hypocrite, and this works. Stark loses a lot of credibility in the public eye, while Doom grows wildly popular. Like the genius he is, Doom takes this opportunity to announce his answer to supers, being his new tech powered by a new undiscovered source of fuel, the power cosmic. And this is where it's revealed that somewhere in Doom's secret base, he has the Silver Surfer locked away in an energy prison, siphoning his power. Meanwhile on the streets, the big three in the gang, comprised of Daredevil, Storm, and newbies Punisher and Elektra, they take out a number of threats like Taskmaster, Rhino, Kingpin, and Tombstone. Even Blade and Ghost Rider come to help with foes such as Morbius and Juggernaut. However, the team is slowly forced to hide due to the constant policing of Doom's new Doombots, which directly target supers. The big three decides that Doom's power is becoming a potential danger, and maybe they should confront Doom themselves. Back to Tony Stark, who pushes away Reed Richards in hope to gain his supporters back, but Stark fails. Meanwhile, Doom's momentum of power rapidly ascends, and he becomes such a public figure, such a leader. Doom finally reveals his famous metal suit, mask, and cloak, introduced as the answer to the superhuman problem, as with all his new tech, of course, fueled by the power cosmic, being siphoned from Silver Surfer himself. At this point, Reed Richards is also feeling like a jackass who pushed his team away to make an executive order they specifically disagreed with. In the public eye, Reed Richards is only backed by his love, Sue Storm, which further angers Doom. Both Johnny and Ben are even questioning Reed's leadership at this point. So Reed decides to apologize and return to the team. Unfortunately for the Big Three, they pull up on Doom when he's in a bad mood. Doom goes on the attack, and although the Big Three put up a decent fight, spotting a few weaknesses, Doom's tech and power cosmic would beat them. Doom now declares himself as the ruler, the solution, Dr. Doom, and now he's ready to eradicate all supers. Doom and the Doombots invade government facilities and claim authority. The Fantastic Four, the Big Three, and the rest of the gang all meet back at their spot. Upon returning, Reed apologizes to the team, offering help to take on Doom. While Punisher has managed to locate Doom's base, they will need a top-notch hacker to locate Doom's source of power. Ghost Rider and Blade aren't available, as it's not a supernatural matter. However, Reed Richards suggests Tony Stark, the best hacker in the world. At this point, Doom has taken full control of the governments of the world, hinged on his anti-super policy. The world will be rid of supers, pseudo-supers, and any competition opposed to Doom. Doom explains in a villainous monologue directed at Silver Surfer that while he is anti-super, his real goal is protect the Earth like no other hero could. His true goal is to best Reed Richards and his group of Avengers. Back to the heroes, due to the massive amount of ridicule they've received, the Avengers are hesitant, especially Wolverine and Storm if mutants receive the worst treatment. Reluctantly, they all agree. Approaching Tony Stark, also hesitant and unsure of aiding the supers, Spider-Man explains that being a hero isn't about doing what you want out of pride, it's about doing what's right. Stark agrees, revealing his famous Mark I that he had to build without his riches and without his employees. Descending upon Doom's base, they manage to break inside and take out a small legion of Doombots. The Avengers find themselves where the power source is located, and Stark hacks into Doom's system, and the Avengers discover the near-dead Silver Surfer. However, this is when Doom crashes the raid. Without a second to spare, he blasts Iron Man, shattering the armor pieces off of his body. Storm shoots a lightning bolt at Doom, but he easily absorbs the blast, sending a blast of his own, knocking her away. Charging forward, the Hulk tanks a blast, however his punch is stopped by Doom, seemingly effortlessly, and then Hulk sent kicked through a wall. Spider-Man exclaims Doom became too powerful. Even with all the might of the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Punisher, Daredevil, and Elektra, Doom was besting them all at every turn. Finally, the Silver Surfer emerges, repowered, refreshed, and enraged. Stark, although unarmored, was able to hack Doom's system, releasing the Surfer. Blitzing Doom, Surfer takes away the power cosmic, and with only a tap of his finger, he can take away the power cosmic. As the team imprisons Doom, Doom laughs in their face and speaks directly to Reed and Stark, claiming they have betrayed humanity's savior, therefore they have betrayed humanity. Doom will never be truly defeated. Silver Surfer is taken in by the Avengers, and he tells them of the universe, even the multiverse, and how there are even bigger threats among them. Surfer leaves the Earth in search of help for the planet, and the new squad of the Avengers prepares their plans for incoming threats, while other heroes take their crime fighting back to the streets. So there we have it. What if the 2000's Avengers happened? Part 2. Now, before I end this video, there's a few things I want to touch on. One being, when I write these scripts, I'm trying to fit it into a reasonably length video, so it's going to be hard to give really good, thorough backstory and exposition and give all the characters a good amount of spotlight, but I am trying my best, and maybe if the opportunity comes down the line, I can write a full extended script, perhaps anywhere between 50 to 75 pages. If you guys enjoyed this episode, hit the like button. Make sure to comment down below if you want a part 3 or any other ideas or critique that you guys may have for this video. And also, before I wrap this up, I want to plug in my own original creation. I have my own comic book anthology coming out at the end of this year, December 2023. We're going to be debuting my flagship character, Godman the Lifebringer. He's somewhat of a Superman or a Silver Surfer type character mixed into one. We also have Xorg of the Komodo village of Planet Green. If you were to take Star Wars and Avatar The Last Airbender and mix them into one, that's kind of like what Xorg and their world would be like. If you guys are interested in that, check out the link in the description below. I have videos for both characters. Once again, make sure to hit the like button, comment what you guys want to see, hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for tuning in, and as always, have a good one. Peace out.